It's barely getting played. Hey, so Konami just updated the Pointlist a few days ago for October, and now we have some questions to ask them, and they're here to answer. So let's look at the article right now, answering some of your questions about October's points update. So, well, this month's points update, what were you expecting? Yes, it was. But at the same time, it wasn't. They did exactly what I wanted them to do, but like, they did so much more, you know? It's a really long list. Like, they give you the link here. Wait, does this work? Yeah, this whole list. Sheesh. This is really long. 150, I heard. Okay, let's talk about Radiant Typhoon. Why didn't Radiant Typhoon Vision get any points while Rescue Ace Impulse did? Well, Rescue Ace Impulse is a punch right now. So like, that's not really the equivalent. It's kind of an equivalent, but Rescue Ace was a matter of being a hand shop, right? So they're gonna get more points to it because they like a pretty solid hand shop. But at the same time, some hand shop got lower, so let's see if they explain this. A matter of what people were playing and not playing in the deck list we have access to. What do you mean by that? In the data we have, Impulse is all over the place, but Vision is almost exclusively used in Radiant Typhoon. That makes sense actually. Which also goes into the point of it being a hand trap. So you play it in any other deck that have room to play a 0-point card. I think it's 5 points now, right? So obviously they're gonna put points into a card that's in every single deck. Let's think about this clearly now. The fact that this question is coming up at all means there must be a lot of Genesys play going on that we aren't seeing, which is good. I mean, you should see more of it, but like, yeah, this is going on so much in Genesys. Dueling Book, Omega, Locals, YCS, but you know, it's mostly online though, because that's the more accessible one. And you hear that from the Discord all the time, because they're like putting their list together. But if you want your gameplay to affect the overall format, we need to see those deck lists and tournament results. So this is the hashtag. Let's see if I can copy this just in case I need to update my deck list. Because I think I didn't use the right hashtag. Like there are some mini tournaments online, but like they're like really small compared to locals. How did you come up with the 11-11-30-33 point spread to Vanquish Soul? That's a good question. Instead of like why are they like this, you ask how did you come up with it? Because these are some good hits to it, because all of this together leads to 99 points. Like 3 of this card, 3 of this card, and only 1 of flipping, you know, Holly Sue. Because Holly Sue is absurdly strong going second. Or just any turn at all with Vanquish Soul, because my goodness. I don't know what Holly Sue does, but dang. Like, they just say that if you draw Holly Sue, you just win the game. The main goal for Vanquish Soul adjustments were to reduce Holly Sue's outsized impact on duels. Exactly. Especially turn 1 of duels, and to keep her away from Ash Blossom. Oh yeah, you could play Ash Blossom, DD Crow, Kaijus, and some other hand traps with the Vanquish Soul deck when all it's annihilating your board. That's why it's so popular, man. It's so strong. Yada yada yada. Vanquish Soul start. But remember, nothing's permanent. Let's go! It's not permanent. Oh, this is a long test. If you run 3 of that, 1 of that, exactly what I said. Ryzen, Jiaolong, the staples, and 1 flipping Halisu. Not 3 Halisu, 1 flipping Halisu. That's a good amount. No hand traps that are overpowered, like Ash Blossom. It's not overpowered, but it's just overpowered in Vanquish Soul specifically. Because it's the top, like out of the top 4 decks there, 3 of them are Vanquish Soul. So you know where they're going with this. Or 3 Ryzen, 2 Xiaolong, 3 Ashpas. Oh, I see what they did there. They are just get rid of Halisu. That's what they're telling you to do. Skip Halisu. Got it. It is so powerful, man. 7 Tachyons. This is for the XYZ decks. Short answer is that it costs a card. It costs you a card in hand, at least 1 extra deck slot, and locks you into Xyz on resolution. Fair enough. The combination would makes it inconvenient in Joes in general, so... But XYZ decks are strong anyways, even if you're locked into XYZ, because all you're using is XYZ cards. But at the same time, Flying C exists, so maybe that's where you're going with this. I guess. I think you should still give it some points, because it's still a strong card. You know? Holy shoot, you're going through all the searchers. Reinforcement of the army, fire file. What? Okay, can you summarize this? Dang. What's the summary of this? With points added on Flying C, it's possible that the XYZ get Kuror back and dominate Pittsburgh qualifiers and invitational, then push away decks that can't use 7 Tachyon. But it's difficult to imagine such a drastic shift. That said, this card and Small World are both cards we're keeping an eye on. Wait, should I look at 7 Wait, what does 7 Tuck? Is that a monster or a spell card? I thought it was a spell card. It is a spell card. What's going on? Okay, so they're talking about the consistency of it. Because they did bring out Pot of Extravagance and Upstart Goblin, so... And all the searchers, so maybe that's what it does. I didn't read this. So this was 100% expected. I don't know what kind of copium everybody was smoking when people did not expect Beelze to have any points added to it whatsoever. When 3 of the 4 most prominent FTK decks were using Beelze combined with that Fusion Monster and that XYZ Red Eyes Dragon. Even with Magical Scientist, Black Wings, and also what else? What else was it called? Gimmick Puppets? They were all using Beelze. So without Beelze, like, they wouldn't be as consistent to trigger the FTKs in the first place. Like, it makes sense, though. That's why you see Red Eyes Flare Meadow Dragon got some points to it. And all the other cards got 1 point because, well, this is 100, so don't play it together. So, like, it's like that FTK loop. you know, this is pretty old information, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. And even this costs 1 point card for the Blackwing deck card, Blackwing Assault Dragon. Cause you can also trigger this with Blackwing Assault Dragon. Cause that is literally what happened in the online tournaments. Not all of them, cause not everybody played Blackwing's FTK. But if you see an FTK deck, it's gonna get hit like they want it to be. Cause they're not just gonna leave a FTK once it's discovered. They said that since September that they're gonna hit every single FTK that appeared. For some reason, some people don't get that. I don't understand. But either way, it's kind of funny. Cause I just see Beelze. Nobody talk about Beelze, but I see Beelze every FTK gag. I am so It's so absurd that you didn't see Beelze coming. But it's still funny though. Mike. Okay, Dimension Shifter. Why didn't Dimension Shifter cost go up? I gotta read this carefully. A. It's barely getting played. Or no, sorry about that. Oh gosh, I didn't meant to say it like that. It's barely getting. Oh my gosh. It's just that simple. We know there's a lot of chatter about it, but it's just not showing up in many deck lists so far. And the general rule is that cards played a lot go up. Cards not played a lot don't. Even Exo Sister deck are cutting it. Don't lie to me! No! Why are you lying to me? It is playing a lot. Don't lie to me! What is that, man? Oh man, I have to edit the curse word. Maybe. Oh, this is so upsetting. It's barely getting played. No flipping way you just said that. Who said this? It's barely getting. No. We have gotta rethink this whole together. No. Okay. I don't want to go past, but dang. Okay, let's talk about Brandon now. What in the world happened to Brandon extra deck? Falling off and the Virtuous. That's obviously. So the falling of and the Virtuous was going to become the best in-slot generic quick play removal spell if we didn't cost it and the extra deck monsters that gets another copy of it. Or another card in general. That just makes sense because that's literally all the Albas Fusion cards. Or Albas Fusion monsters specifically, because they all fetch out another monster or card from the deck during the end phase if they're sent there during that turn. During the end phase, that is. So you could like easily get a hand trap, which is why Tri Brigade More Carrier, sorry if I said that wrong. More Carrier got points for 5 points, which makes sense. They both got points. Now you think that's harsh, but like, a lot of players are gonna use this card in a lot of flipping decks. Most specifically, Radiant Typhoon. The Radiant Typhoon deck. I said that. Okay. Like, Radiant Typhoon was gonna use this in all their deck builds. So, you're gonna have to hit all the branded cards so they don't play a lot of it. But the weird part is, like, they leave some branded cards on check, like the one that searches the polymerization, and the one that resummons Albas from the graveyard because it's a wind beast, and the one's a pure dragon. I guess they like fusion decks, so like, well, branded as, I mean, you know Brandon got hit, but like I understand why they hit them to 10 points, because it's like you gotta choose them now. It's kind of harsh, but like they were gonna spam the Fallen and the Virtuous in a lot of decklists. So that's a side effect of having a strong card like this, because it like affects other decks that want to that wouldn't need to use it, or they want to use it anyways. And this is just branded right now because it's really simplified now. The numbers probably look intimidating for all you branded fans out there, but we've made sure that branded based strategies are still viable even if they don't look like branded decks you're familiar with. So they're not wrong, because like decks like Draco Tail, branded Draco Tail, or branded Chimera, or branded what other fusion deck was that? There was another branded deck that I'm not remembering, but I think I'm using branded Chimera right now, and those are much more viable than just pure branded. But it's not. But the thing is, it's not pure branded, so people are off put by it. But even pure branded have some viability in the Genesys format, even with all these hits. It's just not as grindy as it used to be, because they're like designed specifically for the modern Yu-Gi-Oh format, or just regular Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. And they're just gonna get stronger and all that. So it's like, yeah, we're already seeing strategy guides being posted for the new point cost and how to make decks still work. I am also volunteering for that too, by the way, because I'm really liking how Branded is playing right now. As always, we'll keep a close eye on this. Good. A the falling of the virtuous. That's all there is to it, because all of the cards they hit and all the cards they reduce are literally because this just sends it to the graveyard, and then it gains advantage. Like you get, oh wow, that's it. Are you hiding in my walls? No, that's weird. Happy Halloween. And that's all the time we have. YCS Pittsburgh is coming up soon, and we hope to see you there. Hmm, I see. Wonder if I can check my deck list. But yeah, this is uh I'm not happy about Dimension Shifter, cause I don't think they're like telling the whole story about Dimension Shifter here. But yeah, I saw Beelze coming. Uh, Brandon makes sense. Pot of Extravagance makes sense. Upstart Goblin makes sense. I mean, some of the search cards I reinforcement of the army could go lower, as they say they're all 35 for some reason, which only makes you play two of them. Okay. But hey, Nightmare Apprentice is down, so maybe Chimera could use more. I'm not using Chimera that often, but still. Uh, am I cooking with this deck? Let me see. This is the deck I'm using right now, so I'm not quite sure if it's good or not. But yeah, Flying Sea got points to it, so that adds up to like the rest of the 14 points here. I just wish I could use 3 Flying Seas so I could like obliterate the XYZ decks. I mean X Seeds decks. Because I'm really liking branded Chimera right now. Like, I'm barely using branded cards, but the main deck is full of branded cards. Even though Chimera is the one carrying this deck right now. Like, this card, because it's probably the best flexibility one. And these cards have no points to it. So I guess this is because it's polymerization or just any fusion spells. So it's at the end phase, so maybe they're like aware that it's not as strong as it could be. This is negate for extra deck monsters, so it's pretty good. But yeah, this is my deck list for after the update. Uh, I'm surprised this doesn't have any points to it, so yeah. It's all of ads on this website. Actually, maybe it wasn't played a lot, so that's what they said with Dimension Shifter. So if Dimension Shifter is not getting any point, this is definitely not getting any point increase. Despite it being a monster floodgate for Punk. It's funny because this is really good against some Punk decks. Punk Gold Pride specifically. But not all of them, because like some of them like summon a lot of beaters that are 2000 and above. Before they summon their mini Punk cards like Amir. I think it was Amir. But anyways, just uh I actually like this list. Like FTK is down, plus last turn. Uh I didn't get to face last turn yet, so I don't know. Maybe I wanted to face that deck before it got hit. The back row hit and the hand shops got lowered. These got increased. But at least Airlifter got lowered. Because obviously Impulse gonna get points. Rivals are Lars got points. I'm not sure what Match Night is. Is that an XYZ card? I don't know. Branded cards. Specifically for Fallen of the Virtuous. Albion. I think Albion is. Oh no, actually no. That is. Yeah, Albion the strongest one you could send off with Falling and the Virtuous. So that makes sense. Titan Clad. Sprint. Hmm. I'm like thinking of okay, this is where more Carrier plus the which one is it? Brigand Glory Dragon. Because they think it's weaker, but it's pretty kind of weak, but like hmm, I don't know. Maybe they could have like eased up a bit on Brigand Glory Dragon because what it searches was the Tri Brigade monsters like Mercurier or Albaz. But you need a branded card in on the field to use Mercurier, so maybe 5 points? So you could use both of them in the same deck? Like 5 points for Mercurier and 5 points for Brigand Glory Dragon? But I see why they still got points either way. Like the rest of these points make sense. I mean, I think Albion's a little harsh, but like it's the most generic one. So yeah, we gotta give that more points than the rest. But altogether, it's like makes it a lot weaker. So they gotta like decrease the points in Lobelion and Mirajade. And Foxy Tone got some points. I think like Punk Gold Pride is pretty strong in this format. Megaliths obviously got points. Like they're not too much Megaliths players, but it's like that one retro deck that's really performing well in this format, and they got a lot of absurd plays that makes it hard to deal with. So this is for consistency. The K9s for Vanquish Soul because they played them together, I think. I mean, Cicada King was pretty weak hit because they're just gonna use Cicada King already because it's only 5 points. I mean, Gene Raider because of last turn, Dynamorphia because of. I mean, no, Gene Raider because of uh True Kings of All Calamity, VFD. Same with Regis. Okay, so maybe just FTKs in general. But the funniest thing, they said all 6 barrier statues. So that might make you closer in who's actually making these articles. It's so long, man. Like, what is this? Yeah, this is what they explained last week. So these are in order. But yeah, I like the list. I just don't like how they explain Dimension Shifter. Because that is just not the case at all. Because Dimension Shifter is used in a lot of decks. No matter what you say, Dimension Shifter is used in a lot of decks. I don't care what you say, Dimension Shifter is used in a lot of decks. Like, I know, like, you want those specific decks to get a leg up, but they're using a lot of flipping decks. It's barely getting played. My goodness. But anyway, that was oh wait. Anyway, that was a funny article to read. And happy Halloween and hope we survive November later.